Okay, so I think I'm just about ready to get started. So let's switch over to the game itself. So we're going to be covering a couple different things today. Um, I decided to go with the name Parallel Tales, but it's kind of tentative at the moment. So I want to explore some of the alternate endings of the game, as well as some of the side content I don't think I want to apply to the main save file. So we're going to begin our first session, I suppose, of the Parallel Tales, which won't be incredibly long for today. I have a feeling, depending on how far we get after this, the next time we do one, we'll have quite a bit to talk about. So, let's talk about very minor things we could do first. Hello, Chris. How's it going? So I just wanted to show getting that one treasure that I missed last time. Remember that priest was there and he stopped us from being able to get that blue treasure chest? So I'm at the same point in the game, and you can see I haven't touched any of the seals, but if you come back through here, yeah, the skull, yeah, that's just kind of one of those moments in the game you kind of remember. It's just like just a giant floating skull. Now, if I come through here and I don't talk to anybody here, as an example, if you go all the way to the back, the people are actually missing here. I think what happens is if you don't come into the building and speak to the guy on the floor, you're able to get inside. I just want to show that you get something called the R doll, or the reversal doll. This is a statue that restores consciousness. It's just an auto revive item. I just thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not sure. Well, I guess we could experiment right now. If I go ahead and talk to the guy on the floor, does this trigger the other guy to exist? See, now he mentioned people were in the back. I just want to see chat. Oh no, he's still not there. Huh. So I just like despawned him forever. Anyway, to me the item is not like game-changing or anything, so I'm not gonna restart a main playthrough for that. So we'll miss out on content. I'm glad we went the route that we did. Yeah, he's just gone. Yeah, the guy and the two girls just gone. We don't have to worry about that. So one downside, as I said before, is that in order to go to the other save files, I do have to reset the game. Unfortunately, I think this is the only Tales game where this is an issue. I played only a little bit of Tales of Eternia slash US label Tales of Destiny 2, and I don't think it had this kind of issue with it. So if we do end up playing that game next, hopefully we do not need to reset the PlayStation every time. So I just figured that would just be something real short, and we just do a quick what if scenario. So the only thing I did differently between the main playthrough and that playthrough is I did not go into the church first. I did not talk to the guy on the floor. I went straight north, got the conversation about opening the door, and then I just went back into the... So I tried seeing if there was another skit with the cabin. I think we actually might have seen it, and I just forgot it was a bonus scene. I'm trying to remember, honestly. I might go back and rewatch it, but I wasn't able to trigger any additional content with even just these three characters. So the other thing we have planned today for the Parallel Tale is to go ahead and try to get the alternate ending to the game. And I selected the wrong save file. I don't know why I did that, chat. You could just shake your head at me. I looked at the right save file, I acknowledged the right save file, I selected the wrong save file. Let's try that again. My finger was like itching to hit left on the D-pad for some reason. Who knows? Yeah, I'm still waking up. I'll leave it at that. So we're gonna go back to before we had Leon, so that way we could get the alternate ending one. I believe there are 2 different alternate endings you can see, to my knowledge. I'm not aware of any more. What I always find interesting is when I look up online, people tend to forget that there are alternate endings. And even sites like GameFAQs is actually not accurate. They actually don't have all the endings listed, which is very amusing. So this is just one of those things I'm just playing mostly from memory, because I played this game more recently, so that's why I'm very hesitant to call this like a first playthrough. But if we go ahead and go to the sequel game, I remember so little about that game. I might as well label it a first playthrough. So we need to just go on a massive killing spree, chat. Yeah, I don't even think I beat Tales of Eternia, to be honest. I got, like, decently far into the game, but I could not tell you a single part of the plot whatsoever, so it'll be a new experience for me. Let's see, she got a new spell. Let's just take a look at that real quick. Ice Needle, interesting. So one thing I'm not gonna save over this exact file. I'm just actually gonna overwrite the one where I'm already at the temple. This is to set up for a future trick, just in case I need to be a lower level. So this character being level 6 might actually be too high with the experience total. I'm not sure. But if nothing else, having a lower level protagonist does help quite a bit. We're just gonna make some alternate saves here or there. So the goal of this one is to get to at least level 8 with the protagonist, because keep in mind that it impacts damage dealt with the sword as well as spells, and more importantly, we'll unlock a new spell. I don't think we unlocked anything too crazy, unfortunately. I mean, if Karen unlocks a new damage spell, that would be preferable, but I'm not going to play to the point where she gets a new spell. Hopefully this won't take too long. We're just going to go back and forth on the main world for a bit. You don't foresee anything, Karen doing anything preferable or beneficial. I mean, that's fair. I mean, technically I could teach her Fireball if I really want to. I think I'd rather get the bonus spell damage. One thing interesting about the bees is they actually give the most lens out of everything in the game, so I think they're 4 apiece. If I'm not mistaken, we should end with 16 lens here. So it's actually more beneficial from a money standpoint if I fight bees over the other enemies. Found 23 gold. She did something, chat. Indeed. That's the equivalency of getting 160, as I said before, if we re-roll rapidly for the times 10 payout. So I think the 4 Hornets there is the highest payout we could get. I think there's ones that are worth like 160 gold and a few lens. Those are the only ones that are kind of close. So she'll heal us every now and then, which is nice. Her having first aid does help with the fight that we're gonna lead into eventually. Yeah, like see that 88 gold and 5 lens? Absolutely terrible. If we were just going for money. Well, we got a chicken, we might as well just consume it. We're gonna take a step, and we're just gonna instantly heal. I don't think if this fight will be worth more money or not. Well, she's at least first aiding us, I suppose. She is doing something surprisingly, chat. Now she's searching for gold, which is not the most useful thing. I might disable that for her. We really don't need the money. Oh, see, that fight was actually kind of worth it from the gold standpoint. I think we got 253 total. It's probably slightly more than 50. Let me think. Let's disable this. We don't want her doing that. Everything else is fine as is. We're just gonna walk back and forth a little bit. I wish we could go to the forest up ahead, because that would have net us a lot faster way of getting experience, but not the end of the world. I like trying to block the random attacks from the enemy. It was working for a while. There we go. We need like, I don't know, like 20 more encounters? Probably. Because 10 will definitely level us if we get 24 every level, but maybe we need a little more than that. It's up to the game, chat. It's now up to the game to give us better experience. I'm trying to reposition in such a way that the AI will be more likely to attack. That is like one plus / downside of this particular system. I think they do improve it a lot in Eternia, and I think from like a co-op standpoint, I think the chat would probably have a lot more fun with that game, because it's more combo intensive than this game. But I have to keep in mind that, like, since I'm the front of the party by default, they will not usually attack things. See, we got a back attack here, which is great, because I could bring them forward by walking forward. Because they'll always want to go in front of me, due to how the party alignment is. So basically, anytime they attack, they try to reset back to the standard party order. Like, right now, she'll attack, because I put myself past her. So, like, I'm technically allowed to break the formation, and they'll try to change directions based off of what I'm doing. I can also manually tell them to reverse. So if I just, for example, if, like, Rudy's by herself and I really want her behind me to retreat to the left side of the screen, let's say the enemies are on the right, then I can just press a button to do so. But more often than not, I'll just go in. Like, see, like, I could press a button and they'll go behind me, but I don't really want them to do that. Yeah, so they're not, like, super aggressive unless the enemy is, like, touching that line. They're not, like, hyper-aggressive. 20 experience. Rudy leveled. Excuse me, Aaron has leveled. I'm just gonna enjoy probably the next half hour or so, just battling random enemies. We're pretty close. We're going to be using e-bullets to speed up this process. Unfortunately, I think there are no consumable summons we can use in order to speed up the process. She's just hyper passive aggressive. That's fair enough, chat. She pretty much is. I mean, she's at least first aiding me every now and then. Like, she's serving a purpose right now. That was a very interesting choice by the AI. There we go. Yeah, we can actually get little summons that are just one-time uses, and they're extremely powerful. We'll probably show that off in the main playthrough. That saves a lot of time. If you know where they are, it saves so much time. And since we're pretty early in the game, honestly, I might just use items just to speed up the process. Unless we're going for like an ultra challenge. Oh, I don't think we've seen this background before. Suddenly desert. I'm not entirely sure why we ended up in the desert. I must have stepped on like this small stretch of land that is not forest. Yeah, there's that little tiny stretch. So yeah, maybe we'll just go for speed clears for some of the enemies. I mean, definitely there are certain fights we could go without armor and things like that, just as like a challenge. That might even just be for the alternate tails. I haven't entirely decided. I have to think about that more as we play over the next half hour, how I want the rest of the playthrough to go. Definitely from a speed standpoint, items speed up the gameplay significantly. Due to the fact that the game gives us so much gold early on, it really does help with like the speedrun purpose of the game. Like if you're just trying to avoid combat and just go to boss, which is like almost what we're doing. We're like 60% following that kind of mentality. Like we're avoiding most combat, and maybe in an area we'll fight 3 or 4 fights before skipping all the other fights. Like we're pretty close to that mentality. So certain fights later in the game will be very difficult because I'm not power leveling, but at the same time, I do need to be a certain level to show off the other techniques and things like that. So we'll see. I mean, technically, I guess if I do the tower in the main playthrough, that is probably the fastest way to gain experience. So if I hold off on gaining experience all the way until that point in the game, I mean, I guess that also works. There we go, I'm gonna force them forward. Another way to get the enemy to attack more is that if I target somebody in the back row, I can sometimes slip past the enemies in front of me. I think the wolves are slightly too wide for me to do that, but we could do that against human opponents. We'll actually maybe even show that off in the upcoming main story plot. We're getting pretty close, yeah, see we're 61. Again, we don't need to be a crazy high level, we just need a spell that can stun the opponent, and then we just make up for our lack of power with a lot of gels. We should be fine. We're gonna have to change our formation also slightly for it. I actually want Defang to be all the way in the front. And the reason for that is I want her to basically just block the boss. She's not able to contribute much to the fight, unfortunately, because she does not get a Swordian at any point. So whatever you give her is basically what she will have for the remainder of the game. So she will not double scale. I feel like the Swordian users in this game are extremely overpowered, so more often than not, your final party in a casual playthrough will probably just be 4 Swordians. If you're playing from like a low-level standpoint, like, Defang is really good. Like, Defang leads to some really silly infinites, and if you're not leveling at all, then like, she'll do more damage than Karen will. Like, there's some pros and cons to it. So like, the way we're playing, we'll actually get some use out of the side characters. Where if we were fighting literally every fight that the game tries to do with this encounter rate, they would be so underpowered compared to us. It would be atrocious. I do like the kick attack though. It does speed up the process a little bit. I'm contemplating if I want to hook up a second controller just to attack with the other character. Oh nice, we learned the new spell. I mean, technically we could go for it now. Just thinking about it. We got it at 7. Interesting. The one thing we'll do, because again, we're not going very far in this playthrough, let's make sure to increase our maximum TP on the protagonist that's going to be spamming that the most. I'm going to make sure we have nothing but orange gels and green gels capped. Oh, we need more E-bullets. 3 is not enough. We can use F-bottle if things go really horribly wrong, but I hope we don't have to go to that point. It increases our attack power by 30%, but the problem is like, if we get into a slug match with the boss, we're gonna lose. Like, he's just gonna do hundreds of damage and we'll die. Like, we've leveled a little bit, so he won't instantly kill us, but it'll be pretty bad. So our goal is basically just to play super defensive. And the other character stats don't matter as much. So Karen's not too far off from leveling, so I might play to the point where she levels one more time. She will be casting some spells, so there will be some advantage to it. I'm trying to remember store locations. I really need to, like, have a map of this place. Yeah, I want the E-bullets. That I can only get here. So we're gonna get backup healing items. Oh, we don't have enough for... Oh, we don't have enough for E-bullets. I mean... I could sell the elixir. I think I actually don't need this. Having 15 E-bullets is way better than having an elixir. E-bullets are kind of broken in this game. I've been avoiding using them, but I suppose in the main playthrough, I could show off why they're so overpowered. We're probably gonna be cheesing at least 2 bosses that way. If I had to go from just pure memory, there's like fights you're not supposed to be able to beat at all, but E-bullets are just so good that it just lets you beat them. And we might as well as, right, Chan? I mean, if the game gives us the option, I'm not gonna say no. Speaking of which, I forget, did we even get the random rewards from here? Oh, I guess we had the elixir. I must have already gotten it in the save file. Oh, cool, a free life bottle. Hold on, chat. We're just quickly restocking our items without spending gold. Oops, no, I don't care about the jars. Panacea is not useful for us. We want green gels, orange gels, and life bottles. Or melange gels. Those are also fine. But we got a green gel. Again, this is still faster than doing combat. This should save a little bit of time. Got another life bottle. That's really good for us. I don't think we need a ton of those. We're almost maxed on green gel, so we're gonna go until we basically cap on green gel, I suppose. And then whatever we don't have capped, we'll just spend our remaining money towards. Yeah, because that's like, we just basically got 40 gold right there. Considering it takes less than 2 seconds to do. And life bottles are much more expensive, so that saves us a ton of time. That would be like 2-ish encounters in the overworld. Oh, empty. Got denied, chat. We're gonna be seeing this screen for a little bit. Hey, we got an orange gel. That's one of the ones that I want. Let's see what other things we could get. We'll also probably turn in our lens for extra ash. Just looking to see where we are. So orange gel wise, we have 9. Oh, we're looking really good. I would prefer to be around 10 for this, because we might be slightly under-leveled, so I might need to cast way more spells than normal. So having extra melange gels does really help. I forget if I can even purchase them at this point in the game. But hey, we just got 2 of those, so that's going to be way more expensive than the orange gel regardless. Got another green gel. We're going to go until I hit 15 green gels, basically. Should be pretty soon. Got another melange gel. Yeah, see, we're getting a lot of safety items. I don't think most of this is necessary, but you know what? We'll play it safe. Yeah, it's more like the protagonist needs to level. I don't really care what the stats of the other characters are, because again, they're really not going to be attacking too often. Hopefully Karen will use first aid without needing me to tell her to do so. And if not, I'll just have her use gels on Defang. So we'll do a few more. Got another orange gel. Okay, we'll go until we get the next green gel. How's that? We're getting a lot of melange gels. So again, this is not... I'm not expecting to have any of those for the fight, so that's like truly purely backup. It's not that I want the healing from it, I just want the TP. Alright, if we get one more empty or one more green gel, we'll stop. That way we're not here for all eternity. Alright, well we're done for now then. But hey, we just got a lot of items for free. We didn't pay any money for it. I'll take that. remember items. Oh, this is the inn still. Okay, so we can purchase them land, but it's like 120 per. I suppose we could do something like this. This did save us a lot of money, as I said before. Now we're completely capped. We still have a little bit of cash to spare, which we might use to buy food items, but we'll see. Not a big deal either way. I don't think there's anything really interesting here. I might as well have purchased it. I can't think of any other use for what we have. Keep in mind, we'll get a free heal right before the fight, so I don't need to worry about recovering my stats either at the moment. I guess we can exchange lens for gold. Oh, we got the best rate? Okay. Well, that just makes life easy, chat. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just purchase overall C since we got the best rate. Oh, that's cool. We got a ton of healing items. We're basically decked out in life bottles. We have a lot of orange gels. We should be good. I could check real quick if there's something else we could wear for armor. That's the only other thing I can think of that this file might not have done. Let's take a look at the armor store one more time. We still have cash, as I said before. We didn't burn it all. So they do have the chainmail. Oh, he could get more armor? Yeah, we want to make sure that that is the case. So any extra defense we can get is definitely worth it. Excellent. So I want Defang to be as tanky as possible, so if she's able to equip a shield, this really helps us, actually. So there's nothing she could really do here, it seems. We could switch over to Leather Cape for this, which honestly might be worth it as a backup strategy. Since we have the money, we might as well do it. I don't expect Rudy/Karen to really get into any kind of combat. So this should be fine. If she gets hit, she's probably gonna die regardless. If she doesn't get the shield. So that's about all we could really ask for. I mean, we could have it all stolen by the kid. Just because. We can wait till we get the 10,000 gold and lose it all to the kid. Oh boy, chat. So let's make a save outside of the town. Just in case we need to level more, it'd be nice to not have to do this again. Oh, she healed me. She didn't really need to do that, but we'll take it. Let's take a look at our weapons, actually. Yeah, see, his sword is at 29/29 and 4 intellect, which is pretty strong. So technically, seeing if this would be worth it. Technically, we could have Aaron with the fire sword. So one other thing to kind of note, and I didn't really show it on main playthrough, you can switch who has what sword in. By the way, like you don't have to play with the ones that they started with. In case you like their other movesets, you can just switch it around. I usually don't swap it too often, to be honest, but it's good to know that that's there. It's probably more useful if you don't like a particular swordian, but you like their spells. So you could sub out the protagonist's weapon for their weapon, for example. Or if the chat just really hates Karen, you can take Karen's weapon away and just give it to somebody else. Yeah, there's one thing to keep in mind is that because the Swordians have levels, if you've been just fighting every single possible, we might as well as level one more time. So, since we've done so many potential encounters, if we've been fighting this entire time, our Swordian would be at such a high level at the moment, because it levels with us. So instead of like getting things that would add like 30 or 40 thrust that we find in the dungeons and we give to Defang, we already have like a Swordian that could have like 50 to everything, on top of having spells, on top of having ludicrous other stat increases. They sort of make up for it in this game with like the early non-Swordian users have decent abilities. But yeah, if we were to just fight every encounter, it would be quite ridiculous. Hello Steve, how's it going? We're about to attempt an alternate ending after we level. Also, I need to fix the party formation now that I think about this. I need to make sure that she's over here and I'm like way over here. This should be good. I need something like this. Hope you're doing well, Steve. Hope you slept well. Uh-oh, you're waking up to groggy dreams. I was gonna say, I usually don't recall most of my dreams. I don't have too much to share on that department. So we're gonna just level one more time just for the ease of damage. Because we could have her spell slinging with us. It would speed it up slightly if she's able to actually do damage. Kick attack is so nice, chat. There's one attack we're gonna get very soon in the main playthrough, and I'm so excited for it, chat. It makes combat so easy. You'll understand, chat. You'll understand when you see the move. I won't even have to tell you what it does. You'll just see it and you'll go, oh, that's gonna be used like every 5 seconds. You can already tell. We'll leave that as a little surprise. But yeah, the protagonist will be getting a very silly move in the near future. And it will lead to a lot of lockdown combos. The one thing kind of unfortunate I was looking at between streams, since we're just leveling, we're just talking in general. I could not find a translation for any of the Tales of Destiny skits. Like, there's translations for the remakes skits, but not the English versions for whatever reason. Yeah, I think the PlayStation version's called like Tales of Destiny Director's Cut on the PS2. So we'll make a nice little save file here. Because I was thinking I could probably just read through the skits. And I mean, I guess I could read through the DC skits. The problem with that is that there are actual story differences between the two games. They kind of like, I guess the word would be retcon. They retcon certain scenes in this game that are not in the DC version, and they added stuff that's not in the original. So I'm not sure how much they're gonna reference that kind of thing. Okay, so one thing I think I also missed in the previous playthrough is that there is a description when you walk over a bridge. Just one of those fun facts. See, this is one of those things you would only find if you were mashing with confirm, because there's no way you would think this would be a dialogue. I forgot to show this off in the main playthrough. Blondie thinks to himself, this is the Maple Bridge, and people say that a pledge of love made on this bridge will last forever. That's another story. That is a reference to Tales of Phantasia. That I understand the reference to. So it's just one of those random things. Like, it's very easy to miss that. There's a lot of, like, flavor text dialogue that it just likes to hide itself sometimes, chat. So we're gonna skip through. We already know we get beat up by the bodyguard, and we're gonna go mug an old man. All the important things in life, chat. I'm just gonna make sure we have everything we need. Oh, we even have miracle gels? Oh, we're more than good. We're fine, chat. Yeah, the only thing is I got rid of my elixir, but I don't really care. We should still be fine. Oh, Just mugging the old man. We get 5,000 gold. She gets mad because she could get 50,000 for it, according to her. But she takes 10,000 gold total. Then we go to the inn, and this is where we have to kind of mess around with things. I suppose we could check out the store since we're here, just to see if there's anything else we need. We could lose our 10,000 gold to the kid just because, chat. We can have that heartbreaker moment. Oh, for future clarity, the building that had the Bush Baby statue that's movable is the one that makes the items disappear. Later on. I double checked between streams. I don't know why that's a thing, chat, to be honest. It doesn't make any sense. Treasure chests in this game work in mysterious ways. It's not like you're missing important items, but it is just kind of annoying that that is a thing. I don't even know if we talked to this guy previously. Didn't realize he was even a shop clerk. I think that was the first time I've ever spoken to him, chat. I just felt compelled to do so. Okay, chat, you ready to lose it all? Think about our money, chat. We're gonna get the treasure. Can we even pick it up? Oh no, we can't. Hold on, let's purposely use an orange gel. Just so that we lose all of our money, chat. Very important. Look at this. Look at this highway robbery, chat. There we go. Away he goes, chat. Goodbye all of our money. Rest in peace, money. I know, that's like the richest little kid in video game history. He could probably afford the whole town now, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna go through the classic. Our character is a sleepy country boy that never wakes up on time. Mash that confirm, chat. There we go. Let's just hold the confirm. Oh yeah, so we have to get through one fight prior to the actual hard fight. I think we're set up for it, so we should be okay. Again, the important thing is to make sure that whoever's in the front needs to block. If the front isn't blocking, we're in trouble. So we can actually force them to be defensive via the strategies. And we're gonna need that, because if our AI partner doesn't block, they're basically gonna die instantly. Hey, we might even level off of this fight, which would help us a bit. We're surrounded by all the soldiers. Let's take a look at the strategy command real quick. So she's set to always heal. Kind of nice. Change attack target, sure. Yeah, so we could force her to defend as needed. But we might as well just do that now, honestly. We'll take care of it as this protagonist. Again, thrust kick attack is extremely strong, chat. As you can see, they're not really doing much damage to us at all. And Karen should attack on occasion, even though she's not near the enemy, which is kind of nice. Kick attack OP, chat. Another life bottle. We don't really need that. Hey, she learned a new spell. You know what? That's actually useful for us, chat, because she'll do more damage in this fight now. We're gonna skip through the dialogue here. We're gonna make sure she's set to defend in the front, as I said before, and we're gonna try to stun lock this boss. So here we go, chat. Attempt number 1. Can we get it in one try? Again, you are supposed to lose this fight, as a reminder. So she's way out in front, which is good. I'm gonna have Karen just immediately spectacle this enemy so we can get an idea how much health he has. Karen learned Ice... Well, she learned Deep Mist, that's right, disappointing spell. So for us, I believe we could just go ahead and use Eruption. She's attacking for some reason, which is a concern. Oh, that's a problem. See, he was in the air when that happened. So I'm gonna use healing with this character, and I'm gonna determine why she decided to attack, because that actually threw off her strategy. Did she reset or something? Yeah, she reset. That's bad. I don't want her to reset. She needs to block. It's like, this is not optional. She needs to block or she's gonna die almost instantly. There we go. So now that that's happening, we're just gonna alternate spells on this enemy. So we're doing 228. As you can see, it's gonna take a while. So any extra damage we could get in will help us out quite a bit. We'll actually use First Aid on Defang. But because this pauses time and stuns him, it actually does buy us quite a bit of time in general. I need her to heal me. And then while I'm doing that, I guess I'll heal Defang. Hopefully we have enough health for this, chat. This is where the concern comes into play. Oh, she's getting pushed really far back. This is bad. There we go. I need something like that to happen. So she'll heal me, which is not a big deal. So we are slowly making some progress. I'm gonna make sure our front line is being healed. Because our AI is kind of dumb. So we're just gonna make sure to use as many first aids as possible. So we are whittling him down. Oh, bad news. Oh, I was trying to get over him and he countered me with the flying kick. That's probably the worst thing that could have happened. That's okay. That is the worst thing that could happen. I was trying to get healed and I died. Alright, well this went terribly wrong because the AI attacked in the beginning. This kind of messed up my whole plan. Yeah, I think I need to restart, chat. Unfortunately, the AI changed strategies between battles, and that caused her to become really aggressive when I really did not want her to be aggressive. Now I'm at like a really weird point. I mean, I could try to make a comeback from this, but things are not going well. Guess I could green gel her. And he's just immediately attacking me again. Yeah, see, this is the worst case scenario. I need to not be targeted. So now that she's alive, or now that I'm not being targeted, let's revive. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like, that wasted so many healing items where I really need them to just kind of last longer. Hopefully she's able to first aid Defang, and then I can maybe interrupt him with an eruption. So hopefully this will stall enough for damage to be dealt. And just to make sure she doesn't die... I'm gonna green gel, and she dies anyway. That is the worst, chat. Worse. Yeah, this is really bad. When I'm in a situation like this, I need her to like go over here. Create a gap between me and the target. Don't cast a spell. Oh man, chat. See this? Okay, we're gonna retry. Unfortunately, the game did not cooperate with us. Let's reset. It's not like an issue of levels. It's just like the AI doomed us. Because like literally her getting struck pushed her back like a whole screen. Where if she had just blocked that one attack, we would have been fine. And because I got into a cycle, I wasn't able to like make a comeback because he does a lot of damage even on block. So if our AI partner is just being super dumb and like doesn't block the enemy, like there's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll try again. I'm thinking about if we should level slightly more now that we've had to reset. Just in case the AI does that again. Because again, that's kind of outside our control. So let's get one more level on Defang. Maybe she'll take a little less damage, and the healing items will impact her a bit more. Yeah, I don't want to go up many levels, as I said before. It's just kind of unfortunate. There's one thing I forgot is whether or not they remember the strategy between battles. I probably should have tested that before going there. But still, we'll try again. Like, I want to save E-Bullet for the last half of the fight. If you're wondering why I didn't use E-Bullet there, because we could do approximately... Ooh, maybe about 3,000... Maybe about 3,000 damage to the boss chat with just E-Bullet. So I want to at least get to 4,500 or so, because the boss will start changing strategies around that point in time. And that's when the boss is actually very difficult. So we'll take the extra level now, I suppose. Yeah, let's also level the protagonist one more time as well. We're here, we might as well as. Because again, that just impacts our overall damage dealt per eruption. And just in case the enemy slips by, I would like to be able to get out of that scenario. Goodbye, wolves. Let's do 10 more fights, chat. See, unfortunately, Karen's defense is too low, or else I would probably have her tank. Because she doesn't really have any useful abilities this early in the game. She does actually get some interesting combat maneuvers, but not until like her low teens, I feel. Because otherwise it would just be amusing to power missile with Defang while Karen blocks, but the problem is Karen will just take too much damage. She's not able to wield the shield. If she could wield the shield, I would have said maybe. There we go. So now Defang has leveled, so again, she'll be slightly tankier, heal for slightly more. I don't expect her to do any damage. We're gonna go until the protagonist levels again, because he's the only person that does significant damage to the boss. I don't know if you saw, Ice Needle was only doing like 80-ish, because the boss is able to block Ice Needle, I mean, whereas Eruption is not guardable, so that it'll do full damage. If the boss wasn't able to guard, I think Ice Needle would do more damage, but due to the fact that it can be guarded, not as useful, chat. So yeah, let's just take a look at our stats real quick. Oh, what button it was. There it is. This will probably be the last level up we do. Though I had this strategy right, it's just I need to make sure the AI blocks. Another thing I could try to do with her is that she'll move forward if I move forward, generally speaking. So I think next time, instead of casting a spell right away, I'm actually just gonna walk forward. So that way she advances towards the enemy. I think that'll buy me more time to cast Eruption. Because at the current rate, chat, I need to land about 25 Eruptions, which is a lot of spell casts, but we got like 8 or 9, even with the strategy failing. And again, if we need to do like another 100 or 200 damage, we can still hit the boss for damage. It's just very risky, as you can see. Goodbye, enemies. We're also gonna get another spectacle, just so I could view the boss's health more often. Now that we're getting more gold, we might as well as check. As I said before, when I feel the boss is around the halfway point, I want to switch over to E-Bullet spam. Yeah, one nice thing though about that is that I can still cast Eruption, and Karen will probably be the one spamming the E-Bullets. So that way we maximize how much raw damage we deal. So I might be able to do it even earlier. Just did it before. It's just very risky to go into the final half of the boss's health without having a way to kind of stun lock him with those. Because he does a very damaging AoE. Even when blocked, it will do way more than everything else that he's done so far. That's what I'm worried about. I think I'm gonna buy the spectacles from the town we're next to, and then we'll probably do the fight again. Again, keep in mind we're gonna be doing more damage just because of the fact the Swordians are leveling with us. I guess first aid would also do more healing based off of level. Let's go ahead and get the spectacles now. If I can remember where the spectacles are sold. I don't know what it is about this town. I just honestly cannot remember where they put the shops. It's like in a place that doesn't really make any sense to me. So every time I come here, I'm like, where is the store again? Like all the way over here. Okay. Oh, it's a flower arrangement. Nope, that's not quite what I wanted. Let's get more of these then. So now I'm not so much worried about TP, I'm more just worried about having enough health. That's a good sign. We have enough items, I think. Just need to make sure to move our front line a bit closer. Blondie always wants to check the flower arrangements, definitely. Oh, G-Beetle, GBs, and snakes. Good for us, extra experience. I mean, you can see we're doing like an okay amount of damage. Like if blocked, it does 32, like 24 to 32, and we do up to like 61 when it's not blocked. I'm a florist. I actually forget what he does after this game because they never translated the sequel game. I know he's in the sequel game, but I don't recall what actually happens with him. Hopefully that'll come to the US at some point. They like to do just re-releases. Maybe they'll go back to the old ones. Maybe. We'll see. So close. One more battle, and we're right near the town. Good. We're gonna take a look. We have 732 HP and 100 TP. Extra TP will help. Again, that'll make the orange gel more lucrative. So it might save us overall in the TP items that we need. Let's go ahead and just kind of stab our way through by enemies. Attack's so good, chat. Goodbye, Wolf. Cat loves the naming scheme of the enemies. It's very special. Hey, the intellect went up to 5. That's an improvement. Again, slash and thrust also went up. We're now at 113 TP. So I think we gained 13 TP from that, so that means we're getting approximately 4 more TP per orange gel. And I think that's approximately somewhere between 1/4 and 1/5 of the spell cost. So that actually does reduce how many orange gels we need to win, which is very good. Glad that has happened. I suppose we could do a couple more fights for Rudy. Not that I expect for her to do much, as I said before, but if she's able to survive another hit, it's not too bad. We'll do, I think, 4 fights, and then we'll go into town, and I'll save. So that way she has more health, and she's got more TP, so she'll be able to first aid for more in general. Not a bad thing. So close, chat. Yeah, I think 6-ish encounters, and then we'll try the boss again. Now that everybody's leveled. There we go. think after this, that'll be the end of the Parallel Tales. I don't have too much to show off in this particular session. But as I said before, we'll show off different ways you can get experience. One of them will be much later in the game, but technically we're coming up in the main plot. The earliest point we could get a 99-hit combo. But we'll probably save that for next weekend to show off all that cheese. I mean, I could go for an extremely unoptimized version, I suppose, in the main playthrough. Because it would save us time, I guess. It's not like it's slower to deal... well, it kind of is slower to do combat that way. I was like, technically at this point in the game, I think Ebullient is the fastest way to beat every combat, now that I think about it. But in terms of just beating a boss, the same way you would get the 99 hits would not really be slower than doing it normally. I'll think about it. Might as well eat the chicken. So she needs 86, so she'll need 4 more encounters if she keeps getting 24. Might get bonus experience on this one. Goodbye, Snake. What I might even do, chat, I'm actually gonna disable all of her spells. I actually really don't want her to do anything, now that I think about it. If all she did was guard, I think I would also be okay with that, because I feel like maybe her using first aid will throw off my timing when I really need a quick heal. So I think I'd rather her just not do anything than risk it. Like, I'll manually call first aid, I think, if I really need it. That should guarantee that we get this. Yeah, 2 more battles. Yeah, Beast Blade is just so powerful, chat. I actually like it slightly more than Kick Attack. Kick Attack is just good for taller enemies. I don't like doing it on like the really small enemies such as slugs, things like that, but anything that's at least as tall as the character, or maybe taller, I definitely prefer Kick Attack. I think for the quote-unquote wolves, it doesn't quite work as well, because I feel like it only 2 hits instead of 3 hits. But on taller enemies, it works as intended. I mean, I guess it's okay at anti-airing for GBs. She gained a new skill and she leveled. Interesting. What skill did she learn? Oh. Oh, she actually got the skill that I was looking for. So apparently we get that at level 8. That'll be fun to use, chat. That makes her actually pretty fun to use. Let's save one more time. We were level 7 across the board. We're gonna try it at level 8 across the board. Now that they have 80-ish more health, maybe this will be fun. Chat's gonna enjoy. She's gonna go Sniper Era! She's gonna be shouting that a lot, I feel, in combat. It's super, super good at anti-airing. So I do like using it on certain bosses. There will be enemies in the game, like not even flying enemies, but even just regular humans that tend to jump into the air before doing like a super attack. And she's really good at hitting them out of the air with that, so hopefully she'll do it as the AI without me needing to say much. So again, we leveled, so healing gels are more effective, orange gels are more effective. I think our defenses have slightly raised. So we did level, and our overall damage should go up. So hopefully between all of those factors, we should be okay. Yeah, she's at 45 defense. I think she went up 1 or 2 more defense, which is good. We'll need every point of defense, I have a feeling. Let's try this one more time, chat. So we're gonna try it at level 8. If worst comes to worst, we could go to level 9. But hopefully we don't have to get to that point. So again, our major issue is just making sure the enemy does not end up wedged between the party. When that happens, it's kind of over. I don't have control over who he targets, and if he targets characters like Aaron, we're basically dead. And if he targets us, we can't even hurt him. But if he targets Defang, I don't really care. Defang is just there for the meat shield. And again, she's got more health than all the other characters, so her tanking also just works better. She's got more defense and more health. We're gonna skip all the dialogue again, and hopefully we can get it on the second try. I suppose if things go really wrong, I could try to E-bullet to reset the enemy position, because it has the same effect as using Eruption. It can't be blocked. It does a lot of pushback to the enemy. We're going to set her strategy to end for now. I'll have to do that again at the start of the next combat. Yeah, you can see, like, on a normal human enemy, it gets all 3 hits in. It's really strong. Goodbye, enemies. That's a lot of life bottles. Oh, and she leveled. Nice. That means her weapon will heal more, I think? Is her weapon level? That's convenient. Again, strategy. I have to immediately make her block, or this is not going to go well. I'm going to be mashing that menu, chat. Take 2. She needs to move as far forward as I can, so let's make sure her command... No, I could use their protect there, I suppose. But I'd rather just make sure this. Yeah, this should be better. Again, I'm gonna walk her forward slightly. That way we have more time. So I just moved her closer. While that's happening, I'm gonna have Karen use a green gel on Defang. Come on, seriously? Okay, there we go. Also, it canceled her using an item, which is kind of weird. Try this again. Let's have her use Ice Needle just for extra damage. I feel like we're doing less damage for some reason. I'm not really sure why that is. So again, we're just gonna cycle on him a little bit. I'll have her heal herself. Perfect. See, this is going a lot better overall. We're just gonna try to interrupt his attacks. Alright, since Ice Needle's out, I think I can have her green gel herself. I don't have to worry about that. There we go, exactly. Much smoother fight. have her orange gel me. Since she's here, she might as well as first aid, I guess, on Defang. Let's take a look at how much damage we've done to the boss. Yeah, see, now this is going a lot better since we're not pushed all the way in the corner. These spectacles. So we've done about 1,500, so we're about a third of the way there. It's not too bad. We're just gonna keep using first aid on Defang. Yeah, that's why it's like, this is pretty difficult to do normally, so we're just doing whatever we can to speed it up. I think we have enough just for one more eruption, and then after that we're gonna have to use an orange gel on ourselves. Actually, speaking of which, it's faster for me to do it this way. Yeah, first aid has a little bit of a delay for it, so it is a little risky to do, as you can see there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just straight up use another green gel on her. And since she has free time, I might as well as do another orange gel on myself. I'm gonna do that into yet another orange gel. Since she's got time, might as well as first aid. We are whittling him down at least. She should have enough time to heal herself due to how I positioned the screen. There we go, excellent. Again, we have a nice little cycle going, so we are whittling him down. Let's use a spectacle to see how much more we've done. Look at that, chat. He's almost past 7,000. Another green gel on Defang. Let's get a little extra damage with Ice Needle. As you can see, we're getting there. We just have to make sure to constantly use the orange gel on ourselves. So I think having that extra level up does help us a lot. So we get 31 per usage, not too bad. Oh shoot, he's in the air. This isn't gonna work. Oh, wasted eruption. Alright, I'm gonna emergency use the overall C, because he pushed her really close. I need her to block this without dying. That is the downside. If he does kick attack, it will go over eruption. So fortunately, they'll kind of reset themselves automatically due to how we positioned. So we should still get some free shots on him. I mean, I suppose I could always apply it to myself. It doesn't really matter. We're getting there, chat. Again, any extra damage we could do, we might as well just try to get it out. It'll take a while, but we could do it. See, Ice Needle also stops him from doing kick attack as much, because it'll knock him out of it. So it's not too bad to alternate between the two. Alright, now that she's blocked the kick attack, I'm gonna have her heal herself. See, like, he's about to punish her for using an item, but I timed it too well. He should just get interrupted here. Like, no thank you, AI. I'm not playing your game. Have her green gel herself again. Should be okay. Like, he almost can punish her, but I'm just like slightly too quick for the AI. We're getting low on TP. So hopefully we're close-ish to the boss's health total. If we get down to like 5,000 or so, we'll start using E-Bullet. Speaking of which, Now it's not a bad time to start using E-Bullet, to be honest. Let's see how much this does. Oh, I couldn't see, it was off screen. Alright, let's spectacle to see how much that did. It did like... Oh, it did as much as Eruption does. That's good. Again, we're using her to just kind of item funnel repeatedly, and we should be almost done with this boss. So fortunately, we did not run out of orange gels. You can see why I was concerned about the 15 orange gels, given how the previous progress went, but we got a lot of melange gels as backup. So we went through half his health with a little less than half of the orange gels, which is not too bad. We're gonna have him immediately cast another eruption. Awesome. We're gonna make sure our person doesn't die by healing 35% health. Because he should start using his new attacks soon. Which I don't really want to see him do, but he'll do them eventually regardless of what I want. We're getting there, chat. While time is stopped naturally, I can go ahead and menu all the next commands and queue them up. So we are really whittling this boss down at this point. So keep in mind, if every E-Bullet does 200 damage, we have about 3,000 damage tucked away. So I'm gonna orange gel into another eruption, and I'm gonna start spamming the E-Bullets, since we've gotten way further in his health total than I wanted. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's at 3,700. So this is a good time to start E-Bulleting, I feel. So we'll just kind of intermix them a little bit. Oh, I think he was out of range. I have to keep that in mind. Maybe I have to have Defang use the item, which is fine if that's the case. We missed one, because I didn't hear him do the I got hit sound effect. No problem, we're still okay. Oh, he's in midair, that's not gonna hit. That's a shame. But I could punish him like this, though. Yeah, see, that did a slightly more than Eruption. To just think, chat, we have Eruption as like an instant cast spell. That's not really fair. I think we can all agree, chat, that that is not really fair that I just have that on demand. So just at any point I feel the boss is doing anything, I could just interrupt it like that. E-Bullet OP, chat. It also combos into itself, by the way. There's nothing fair about this. Like, I'm gonna wait for him to get a little lower on the ground. Actually, I'm gonna wait for Eruption to go off. Then I'm just gonna E-Bullet him, because it also works on enemies partially in the air. Because of course it does, chat. We're just gonna put all the spells down. Look at this, chat. Combo. Oh, he's using a new move. Alright, we need to interrupt this. No, whatever he's trying to do, chat, no. Like, I don't want to see what that move does. No, thank you. he was going for some super finisher on her, and I'm like, listen, I don't have to respect this. No, thank you. So we need to hit him about 10 more times, and we have 9 E-Bullets. This should be fine. Speaking of which... Does that work on this enemy? Oh, it does! He's frozen! Oh wow, we even got time stop on him? That's so unfair. That's so unfair, chat. I love it. Make sure she's at full health. This is just mean. I forgot we had the hourglass. Oh, hold on, chat. He's trying to do something. Get out of here. No. Listen, I don't know what he's doing. I don't ever want to see what that move does. So again, any extra damage we could get out here, we're gonna start doing. So I'm gonna do Ice Needle. We're gonna do another Eruption. He should be pretty close to dead, fortunately. We'll use another Green Gel, I think, on Defang. Oh, he's doing Kick Attack. Oh, that might still hit him. He did. Nice. As I said before, that's why E-Bullet is unfair. Did you like it just stopping whatever the boss is doing? It's like no longer the boss's turn. Like, listen. If the boss does the super attack that doesn't instantly hit me, we can just interrupt that. We don't have to respect that. And we're getting a ton of extra damage on this boss. He must be really, really low on life. We'll double check. Yeah, he's at 764. We could just blitz him, chat. I don't think he could stop this. Well, the power of E-Bullet says go to hell. Oh no, why did she change positions? She's a troll. No, don't even attack me. Listen, no. E-Bullet into E-Bullet is a true combo. No, listen. It's over. Die. Like, listen, chat, this is the panic button. We are doing the panic button. I don't want to see this boss do whatever it's trying to do. Yeah, we did it, chat. E-Bullet too strong. He's only worth 230 experience? That's it? Oh my gosh. Oh, I think this is the music we heard earlier, called Preview. Listen to that music. Karen says, "You brag about yourself, but you're really helpless. We have to fight these soldiers. Don't I have a choice? What's your problem, Mr. Gloom and Doom? If we stick together, nothing can stop us. But... Can't you see there's no turning back now? Let's get crazy. But... Blondie and the others defeated the Sangenian soldiers and finished off the Master Swordsman, Leon Magnus. The three went on to take their place in history as an infamous gang of lens hunters who roamed the four corners of the world. But that's another story. But chat, we just beat Tales of Destiny. Done. The game's over. We've seen an ending. That's it. Oh boy, chat. I hope you enjoyed that, though. So what I'm gonna do for the sake of the video, for pacing reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I'm gonna go on break for 2 minutes. I'm gonna refill my water. And when I return, we're gonna go back into the formal playthrough. So we will be right back, chat.